Hello everyone, welcome back to our Java programming tutorial. In today's session, we are going to learn about abstraction and abstract classes in Java. Abstraction is one of the most important concepts in object-oriented programming. The basic idea behind abstraction is very simple. We hide the unnecessary implementation details and show only the important information or functionalities to the user. In this presentation, first we will understand what abstraction means. Then we will see real world example using ATM. After that, we will look at another real time example using food delivery application. Next, we will understand how abstraction can be achieved in Java. We will discuss abstract classes and interface. Then we will learn what an abstract class is, what an abstract method is, and the important rules that we need to follow while using abstract classes. After the understanding the theory, we will go through complete Java program using an abstract classes. We will understand the code line by line and also see the output. Finally, we will compare abstract classes with the normal classes and discuss the important advantages of abstraction. So by the end of the session, you should have a clear understanding of abstraction, abstract classes, abstract method, and how they are used in Java. So let's begin with the basic question. What is exactly abstraction? Now let's understand the definition of abstraction. According to the PPT, abstraction is the process of hiding implementation details and showing only essential information to the user. Let me explain. This is a very simple way. When we use the system, we normally want to know what the system can do. We don't necessarily need to know all the internal steps used to perform the operation, right? For example, suppose we are using an application and there is a button called login. We simply enter our username and password and click login. We don't need to see the internal code that verify our credential, communicates with the database, and checks whether the user is valid. So we can remember abstraction using this simple sentence. The user get access to the required functionality while the complicated implementation remains hidden. This makes software easier for users to understand and use. For example, when we use a calculator, we press buttons such as addition or subtraction. We don't need to know how calculator internally perform the calculations, right? So similarly in Java, abstraction allows to expose required functionality while hiding implementation details. So the simple formula from our PPT is abstraction is equal to hiding unnecessary details plus showing important features. This is the main concept we need to remember before moving into abstraction. Next, now let's understand abstraction with the example given in PPT, an ATM. When we use an ATM, we can see several options on the screen. For example, we can select withdraw money, we can select deposit money, we can also select check balance. These are the functionalities that the ATM provides to us. But there are many things happening internally that we don't see. For example, when we select withdraw money, how does the ATM communicate with the bank server? How does it check whether our account has enough balance? How is our PIN verified? How is the transaction recorded? How is the new account balance calculated? All these activities happens internally. But the user doesn't need to see them. The users only see the required options and use them. This is exactly what abstraction means. ATM shows the important features and hide the internal implementation. The same concept is applicable in software development. Suppose we have a method called withdraw money in Java. The user may simply call that method. Internally, the method may perform authentication, balance checking, database operation, and transaction processing. But the user doesn't need to know all those internal steps. So this example is a very good way to remember abstraction. We interact with what the system provides, while the system hides how the functionality is implemented. Therefore, abstraction helps us hide unnecessary details and exposes only the important functionalities. Okay. Now let's look at the another real-time example given in our PPT of ordering a pizza using food delivery application. Imagine the Imagine that we open a food delivery application and want to order a pizza. But first we select the pizza, then we provide our delivery address. Next we make the payment. Finally, we place the order. So from our point of view, the process is very simple. Visa, address, payment, order. But behind the application, many operations are happening. For example, after we place the order, the restaurant has to receive the order and prepare the pizza. The payment server has to process and verify our payment. The delivery system has to find a suitable delivery person. The application may also need to track the delivery. All these operations are hidden from the user. We no need to know how the restaurant prepare the pizza. We no need to know how the payment server internally processing the transaction. We no need to know how the application finds the delivery person. We simply use the required features provided by the application. This is abstraction. The Java class can provide method that performs the complicated operation internally. The user can simply call the method without knowing the complete implementation. So the main idea is this makes the system easier to use and reduce unnecessary complexity. Therefore, this post delivery example clearly demonstrates the concept of abstraction in real life helps us connect and the concept with the Java program. Okay. So upcoming slide we cover quizzes. You should attend the quizzes and answer in the comment section. So upcoming videos we will see next slides. Thank you.